What if the true battle shaping the Lakers' destiny isn't fought on hardwood, but in shadows behind closed doors where timing, whispers, and legacy collide? What if this offseason isn't just another shuffle of parts, but a critical crossroads that could either ignite a new championship fire or fan the embers of a fading dynasty? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truth meets purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of this drama. The Lakers front office has been working feverishly, almost feverishly desperate this offseason, pushing pieces around like a schemer's chessboard. Desperate to recalibrate a roster that feels like it's caught in between eras, caught between the last flicker of greatness and the hunger for another title run. They parted ways with Dorian Finney-Smith, a gritty, no-nonsense wing who helped contain some of the West's fiercest threats. Sending him off to Houston, it stings. Of course, the kind of loss fans feel deep in their bones because every goodbye chips away at the familiar. But the Lakers didn't just wave a hand. They moved quickly to plug that hole with Jake LaRavia, a promising piece whose rookie potential whispers hopes but can't yet promise stability. Meanwhile, the trademark signature of this offseason, Payton, the giant of a man standing tall in the middle, his acquisition of Thunderball strike aimed at fixing what's been a constant ache the Lakers' front court woes. Payton isn't just another big man. He is a symbol that the Lakers want to control the paint, crash boards, and contest shots with undeniable authority. Yet, the question hanging over the purple and gold faithfuls' heads is this enough? Because the Lakers' blueprint hasn't been just about stacking talent, it's about stacking experience. That priceless seasoning earned in the unforgiving furnace of finals pressure. And the Lakers have tried this before. Remember 2019, when Rajon Rondo came in seemingly out of nowhere to inject championship DNA into a roster. Desperate for it? It worked. The rings are proof, but replicating that magic isn't guaranteed. For now, LeBron James stands alone wearing the badge of NBA champion on the roster, the singular living embodiment of championship experience amid a sea of hopefuls. But LeBron can't do it alone. That's what makes the presence of players like Payton, Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Gabe Vincent so fascinating. They're not rookies to the pressure cooker, each having battled through NBA Finals between 2021 and 2024. Players battle-tested on the sport's biggest stage, proof that the Lakers, while lean and proven ring winners, are right-centering in those who've tasted the fire, hoping proximity to glory breeds its own brand of resilience and belief. But that's still a thin thread to cling to in the brutal Western Conference gauntlet, where every night feels like a playoff elimination game. Then the whispers started, the murmurs from the grapevine that can either be the soft rustling of hope or the rattle of desperation. Gary Payton, too, a name that resonates with echoes of greatness, but also carries a quiet urgency. A free agent, aware of Warriors' gold from their 2020 championship parade. A player whose very existence seems etched with the possibility of unlocking just one more key for this imperfect puzzle. Clutch Points Anthony Irwin didn't just report. He revealed the smoke behind the mirrors, whispers connecting Gary Payton to the Lakers, even before he signed with Bill Duffy, very much on their radar. Imagine that, a player who split his last 5 years mostly with the Warriors, torn briefly to Portland before returning to San Francisco shores midseason. Gary Payton that isn't flashy with the stats, averaging 6.5 points, 3 rebounds, and a block shy of 1 per game, but his efficiency 57.4% from the field and his role solidity could be the kind of glue to seal cracks in a defense lacking the ferocity we know the Lakers need. His history with Los Angeles 11 games back in 2017-18, before departing, adds an extra layer of intrigue. Is this a reunion destined for redemption or just a footnote in an unfolding saga? The front office faces weighty decisions as we speak, burdened by internal tensions balancing the salary cap, chasing chemistry, managing aging stars still chasing championships, and navigating the impossible expectations that come with the Lakers' legacy. Every move, every sign, trade, or pass carries echoes of past triumphs and failures, like ghosts that haunt the Staples Center. Can they summon the magic without peeling apart the fragile fabric of their core? The pressure isn't confined to paper and pixels. It fishes the hearts of fans who have lived every thriller and heartbreak, who stare at this roster and wonder if it's the start of a final chapter or a prelude to unraveling. With LeBron's twilight years ticking, Anthony Davis carrying the hopes of the purple and gold faithful, and Reeves embodying the next generation's grit, the stakes climb ever higher. Will these additions, These whispered targets like Payton, be the final pieces or just echoes of hype dreams slipping through our fingers? As a lifelong Lakers fan, I can't help but feel this offseason is a fragile dance on a razor's edge between resurrection and decline, between hope and dread. So, with every nuanced front office move, every quiet piece quietly slipping into place, I have to ask, so is this the start of a new empire or the beginning of our unraveling? Drop your take in the comments. I'll be reading everyone. Wake up, Lakers Nation. This isn't just another offseason breeze whispering through the purple and gold corridors. This is the storm before the next great battle. And if your heart isn't pounding for this team's survival and glory, then what are we even doing here? Because make no mistake, every deal, every handshake behind those velvet curtains in the Chiturgi boardroom, every restless night at Genie Bus wondering how to steer this Titanic through shark-infested waters, it's all bleeding into the heart of the Lakers' future, and our collective souls are caught in the crossfire. LeBron James, the living legend who has defied time and expectation, is no longer just the king. He's the anchor, the final bastion of purple and gold hope. This is his last stand, and we see it in every strained wince after conference call meetings, every lingering look during training camp. Like he's carrying more than a load of minutes, he's carrying the legacy of every Laker who ever donned that jersey, every banner hanging in the rafters, every ghost of a dynasty that once conquered from Magic to Kobe, from Shaq to the 2020 bubble Warriors. But here's the gut punch: the man whose twilight is dawning can't carry the whole load alone. Anthony Davis, the indomitable force whose body has absorbed more pain and criticism than a heavyweight champ, still fights through a fog of injuries and unrealized potential. The what if that haunts this team like a half-remembered nightmare. And around them, the younger blood Austin Reeves, fierce and relentless, the embodiment of grit. But is grit enough when you're staring down the juggernauts of the West? This roster is a delicate ecosystem, exploding with promise, but trembling with fragility. Now imagine the pressure cooker inside the Lakers front office. Genie Bus still at the helm, wielding the family legacy like a double-edged sword steeped in tradition, yes, but also tethered to an era, slowly fading away from the player-driven nature of today's NBA. What if a billionaire outsider, someone with deep pockets and deeper ambitions, swoops into the picture, threatening to upset the carefully balanced scales? Suddenly, this isn't just about basketball anymore. It's a battle for control, power, and who gets to write the next epic chapter of Lakers lore. History reminds us remember the 1980s Showtime era when Jerry Buss turned this franchise into an unstoppable force. The flair, the showmanship, the sheer magic that electrified fans and crushed opponents alike, all born from bold ownership vision. Fast forward to the 2000s, the three-peat years of Shaq and Kobe, when even their legendary triangle offense couldn't camouflage the firepower and ferocity of a team that knew its destiny. Then the 2010 revenge title, when Kobe choked away pain and controversy to lead a team that resurrected the city's spirit. And don't forget the 2020 bubble banner, forged in isolation and silence, a reminder that greatness comes in many forms and under unimaginable pressure. But what if this era, this liminal space where veterans age and youth struggles to find form, this offseason shuffle, is the moment when that lineage phrase, what if our current moves, no matter how clever or calculated, can't ignite the same fire that those old Lakers teams had burning in their bellies? Because the Western Conference isn't waiting politely for us to find our bearings. The Warriors, dripping in lethal shooters and steely resolve, aren't just a gatekeeper, they're a fortress that refuses to crumble. Denver, with Jokic's majestic presence, waits with a juggernaut completely capable of rolling through a broken Lakers team like a freight train, and the Suns and Clippers, both lurking, watching carefully, ready to pounce on any crack or fissure in our armor. Now imagine what a full-bore front court with Payton could mean against these foes. A giant in the paint, gobbling rebounds, protecting the rim like the Lakers once did with a stonewall defense. Imagine the energy and lockdown defense Gary Payton could pour into the perimeter, suffocating enemy guards, throwing challenge after challenge, chewing seconds off the clock when every tick hurts. But what if even that isn't enough? Or what if that power struggle, that sting of shattered loyalty, finally tears the Lakers apart, leaving fans to remember a glorious past while mourning the slow death of the purple and gold? Dream, picture, the Staples Center, no, Crypto.com arena filled with the roar of tens of thousands of hearts, a living thunderstorm of hopes and fears clashing in the air. Every alley-oop, every clutch shot, every defensive stop will feel like the last gasp of an empire or the first exhale of something new. This is the razor's edge of Lakers history, the point where everything that came before meets everything that might be. So here we stand. Do we cheer for every new signing as a beacon of hope, or brace ourselves for the heartbreak that inevitably follows unmet dreams? As a Laker till the day I die, here's what I see coming: a gladiatorial clash, unlike any other, where LeBron fights like a warrior king protecting his birthright, where AD's resilience will either build him into a legend or break him beneath the crushing weight of expectation, where the young guns and the seasoned fighters will need to discover their truth in the fire of competition or vanish forgotten in the tidal waves of the West, where off-court power plays, family drama, and billion-dollar ambitions could turn the franchise inside out, and through it all, the fans thus will bleed purple and gold, screaming for the resurrection of a dynasty. Now I want to hear it from you. Drop your rawest take below, every true believer in purple and gold, because this isn't a game anymore. It's our story, our heart, our fight, and the clock is ticking louder than ever.